गणानां त्वा गणपतिगुं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमम् ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत आनशृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनम् ॐ श्रीमहागणपतये नमः। प्रणो देवी सरस्वती वाजेभिर्वाजिनीवती दीनामवित्रेवतु वाग्देव्यै नमः। श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। Harihi Om. We are now in the third Anuvaka. To give a very quick recap, the first Anuvaka is asking Rudra to calm down, glorifying all his weapons, everything. From the second Anuvaka onwards, started glorifying the individual things. So where we have started in the second Anuvaka, Sarvatmatvam, Sarva Ishwaratvam, Sarva Antaryamitvam. That is the crux. By taking different things. And why we do all these individually, pick up everything? Because the mind requires this. The mind requires some kind of a connection to something. In fact, in the Gita also, Bhagavan has given the various glories in the 7th chapter, 9th chapter. Even then, Arjuna comes back in the 10th chapter. I have seen some of your glories, but I want to hear more. So enumerate the glories further. So the same concept, because human mind wants to connect, whichever is liking, you can connect to those things. In one word, the whole Buddhism can be completed by saying that Bhagavan is all pervading. Everywhere Bhagavan is there. Everything is Bhagavan. But the mind will not be able to appreciate it. He wants connection to something which they want. That's why he is explaining it. In the third Anuvaka, which we started last class, where it is mainly Sahamana. This particular chapter is condoning people. As we said, even if you are a worst sinner in the past, you always have got a new beginning. The new beginning for which there is no age at all. There's no caste, there's no creed or anything at all. You can start at any point of time. And so one need not feel. And you can be in any ashrama, any varna. Of course, the varna concepts as such is gone. But even then, you don't feel, I'm only doing the very menial job. But there are so many people. When Kannappa Nayanar can get the moksha, how about everybody? And Adi Shankara glorifies Kannappa Nayanar in the Shivananda Lagari. So there is no question of the past. So every sinner, every saint has got a past, every sinner has got a future. So what this particular section, half of the Anuvaka says is, I am in various people and they are the worst sinners, doesn't matter. But I'm still, I can redeem. I redeem them provided they put their effort. That is the crux of this particular Anuvaka, especially the first half of this Anuvaka. And that is where the Sahamana means I'm condoning everybody. So we have seen the first two mantras. Namah Sahamanaya Nivyadina Avyadini Nam Padaye Namaha. Namah Kakubaya Nishangine Stena Nam Padaye Namaha. Now, Kakubaya means one who is great, Nishangina, who is wielding the sword, and Sthenana, of the thieves who steal under cover. So even if it is a thief, if he is able to turn around. So we talked about the Valmiki the other day. So there are so many people who are worst sinners have turned around and they become great bhaktas of the Lord. There are so many examples in our history available. Now go to mantra number 3. Namo Nishangina Ishudhimate Taskaranam Pataye Namaha. Namo Nishangina Ishudhimate Taskaranam Pataye Namaha. So for the Namo Nishangina Namaha, Ishudhimate Namaha, Taskaranam Pataye Namaha. 3 things are there. Let me go to this one. Just a second. Yeah. Namo Nishangina Namaha, Ishudhimate Namaha, Taskaranam Pataye Namaha. Let us look at the meaning one by one. Namo Nishangine Namaha. Salutation to the one who has arrows ready to be set on the bow. That means he is about to take the arrow and set it on the bow. And that particular person, so for him, I am saluting the person. That is the meaning of the Namo Nishangine Namaha. Then Ishudhimate Namaha. Salutation to the one who has the quiver full of arrows. That means the Lord protects his devotees, answering their prayers and chastises where he has to. You have to understand. We talked about it earlier also. Every Lord is having a weapon. The weapon is twofold purpose. One is Dharma Samsthapanarthaya, for the Paritranaya Sadhuna, Vinashayasha Dushkrutam. So he is having the weapon for protecting the Dharmika Purushas as well as making sure all the evil-minded people are punished. That is where the weapons are given. Then Taskaranam Pataye Namaha. Taskaranam Pataye Namaha means that is the salutation to the one who is the Lord of dacoits. For dacoits, he has become a chastiser. If they give up their wrong deeds and surrender to him, Lord becomes their Sahamana or protector. So even if you are a dacoiter in the past, if you can give up your profession and you turn around, that's why. So when he says, I am in the dacoit, means you don't encourage doing dacoity. Please understand, don't mistake it that way. This particular section is Sahamana, means he is condoning all the evil-minded people in the society. So he is giving a big list of people who are all various kinds of people who do all kinds of crimes. So he's listing one by one and say, I am in them. What does it mean? Even if they decide to change their ways, then I am there. That's what is the meaning of this. So you should take it in a very careful way. Then the next one is Namo vanchate parivanchate stayunam pataye namaha. Namo vanchate parivanchate stayunam pataye namaha. So Namo vanchate namaha, parivanchate namaha, stayunam pataye namaha. So what is the one? Vanchate, one who is the occasional cheater. Parivanchate means one who cheats all the time. So vanchate is one is the occasional cheater, another one is the professional cheater who does all the time. And stayuna means one who steals, of those who steal the remaining close by. I mean, there are three words. Vanchate means once in a while he steals things. Occasional cheating or does cheating. And parivanchate means who is a regular professional cheater. Okay. And stayuna means one who is very close to you. So one who is close with you, who does the stealing, remaining very close by. You can see somebody will be within the company, and then within the company they'll be siphoning the company money, like that. So stayus means other type of cheats. So I'm protecting the occasional cheaters and the regular cheater, professional cheaters, and even those who are stayus, who are all the cheats who being with you, because we trust those persons who are with us, but we do not know they are doing so many things in the back of us, and they do it. And then even if they have got such a form of things, I am protecting them. That is the meaning of this particular one. The next one. Namo nicherave paricharaya aranyanam pataye namaha. Namo nicherave paricharaya aranyanam pataye namaha. So Namo nicherave namaha, paricharaya namaha, aranyanam pataye namaha. So Namo nicherave, one who wanders around more cleverly than the robbers of the forest. So salutation to the one who is a clever robber. So these robbers are in the forest, and one must be lucky to return to safety from their trap. So in fact, as we said, Valmiki in his early life was a robber in the forest. And as you know the story, he tried to rob Narada. Narada asked him, why do you commit this crime? Then Valmiki retorted by saying that, why should I not do this? So Narada says, this is a papa karma, a wrong action that will make you suffer later. Do you want to suffer? Valmiki said, no, but suffering will be small because it will be shared by my wife and family, my parents and everybody. Then Narada said, go and ask them. They will not share your papas. They will only share the good food you are bringing, but they will not share it. So when he went and checked up with his people, they all said, I'm enjoying your wealth, but not your papas. We will not take your papas at all. So then only it dawned, and then he was disappointed, and then he converted himself. So then Narada asked him to repeat the Rama Rama Nam, and he was repeating the Rama Nama so much, he dedicated himself, then the anthill formed. That's why Valmikam. So from there he is titled as, his original name was Ratnagar, and finally he was called Valmiki. So in the forest, these thieves wait for people to come his way. And there are others who look for the people in the forest as well as in the periphery of the forest. So they are called Nicherus. So Paricharya is the one who moves around the society. I mean, Namo Nicherave Paricharaya. Paricharaya is the one who moves around in the society. All these things are basically different types of thieves. So Lord is in the form of Nicherus, Paricharyas, and so on. Then Aranyanam Pataye Namaha. Salutation to the one who is the Lord of the Aranyas, the forest thieves. The commentators here say he is the greatest among all the thieves of the forest. But the idea highlighted in this section being the capacity of the Lord to do aparadha kshama. What is it? Forgiving the wrongdoings. The mantra is interpreted as Aranyanam Padihi, Lord of the forest thieves. So the Lord can condone any person, even the worst criminal. When the criminal becomes devotees, then he becomes the Sahamana. And that is why we have got the Shama Pratana also. Karacharana Kritam va, Kayajam Karmajam va, Shravana Nayanajam va, Manasam Vaparatam, Vidama Avitam va, Sarvabheda Kshamashva. So the idea is even the worst sinner is able to protect. So he is describing various people. Now go to the next one. Namashrika Vibhyo Jigagam Shubhyo Mushtatam Pataye Namaha. Namashrika Vibhyo Jigagam Sadbyo Mushtatam Pataye Namaha. So Shrika Vibhya, Jigagum Sadhya, then Mushnata. 3 words are there. Namas Shrika Vibhya, one who is the Lord of those protecting themselves with the weapons. Now, Shrika Vibhya, I mean, any yantra, weapon is called Shrika. Any weapon is called Shrika. So, Shrikadhari, one who holds a Shrika is Indra. With weapons and armor, some people protect themselves and they are called Shrika Vinaha. Shrika Vinaha. Otherwise, those who protect themselves with the thunderbolt or Shrika Vinaha, unto him, one who is the Lord of them. So then there are other people who wish to kill animals. They are called Jigamsats. So one can kill animals for food, but the animal should also have a chance to get the hunter. But the hunters are equally exposed to animals, but they were more or less matched. Animals do not have the rifle, but only their own legs or claws. That is what they have got. A deer has got a swift legs, okay, and can run away and protect. But modern killers riding in the jeep protect themselves well and shoot the animals. So this kind of criminal act will only give them the sorrow in life. So they are all called Jigamast. So desirous of killing animals without any fear of them. You can see all those things. And you can look at the Africa where you got all those endangered species. Everything is vanished day by day. So they may even want to kill other human beings too, protecting themselves first. So one is the Lord of these people, unto him my salutation. Then Mushtatam Pataye Namaha. Salutation to the one who is the Lord of those who steal grains. Now, people who steal the grains. For instances, I mean, this we can see it in the villages. Yeah, a full-grown crop is that is standing in the field is harvested overnight and stolen away by the people. In fact, we are managing tea estates. Now, I have visited those tea estate plants in Kenya and Tanzania, where you got people, it's a vast estate, about 20,000 hectares. You can imagine the vastness. And people in the night come and try to cut the tea leaves and take it away. So like this, so there are people who come and cut the grains. In fact, in our village, and we used to, put a guard also, making sure that everything is protected. So there are people who come and do the harvesting the mangoes. Now this is a mango season, right? They go into the mango season. They go to this thing, totem, and then what they do, and then they try to steal the mangoes as well. So suppose such acts are being done, and in case that person surrendered to Ishvara, then Lord becomes their protector. Otherwise, being a Swami, master, he will chastise them. So you will clearly understand, whomsoever is doing all the sinful acts, they definitely will be punished by the papam, because papam is accruing. Whether it is this janma or next janma, we do not know. So some people will often ask a question, how come somebody who is doing all the akramas are still doing very well in the society? That is not our problem. Because there is an account which is being created. And in the earlier we have said, Bhagavan can go and look at everybody everywhere and nook and corner. So Bhagavan has got he can cheat the income tax, but you cannot cheat Bhagavan's income tax, So he can really catch hold of everybody. In fact, there's one beautiful thing which is given in the Kaivalya Upanishad, in the 24th mantra. It is one of the smallest Upanishads, about 25 mantras are there. The one who recites the Shatarudriyam, one who recites Rudram, gets purified. Like the fire is purifying. He becomes free from even the sin of drinking. He becomes free from the sin of killing a Brahmin. He becomes free from the sin of omissions and commissions. And thereafter he comes under the shelter of Lord Shiva. That's what it says. Yaha Shatarudriyanam adite sogni puto bhavati. Surapanat puto bhavati. Brahmahatyat puto bhavati. Kriyat akritiyat puto bhavati. So what he is saying is, you do. What he is saying is, everybody should chant Rudram. So for us, we are not the deliberate cheaters, or we don't do that of sinful crimes. We may do some small crimes, which is either by known or by unknown. We do some small things. So Rudram is a very great prayer. When Bhagavan is condoning such a worst sinners, why not we who don't do deliberately? We may do some sinful acts without knowing, non-deliberately. So Bhagavan will definitely protect us. So chanting Rudram daily protects us from all the sinful acts. And here the mantra reveals that one should not condemn such people. They are not separate from the Lord. The only problem is their abuse of free will, for which they will suffer. So, but Bhagavan does not suffer, because you understand, Bhagavan, his knowledge is, he is asanga, he is untouched. So Bhagavan does not incur any papam punyam, because when Bhagavan is punishing somebody, he knows, because in this book he knows who is the one who is actually doing crimes, and he is punishing those people. So namam karmani limpanti name karma pale spriha, Bhagavan says in the Gita. So nothing is affecting me, because Bhagavan is the ultimate protector, and he knows exactly what to do and when to do. It may be this janma or some other janma. So you can only trust the infallible. Infallible is the Lord. Without your knowing the Lord's nature, you cannot help as much as you could otherwise. So in your awareness of the infallibility of Ishvara alone, you can relax. Because that is why I sent you the cutting, right? Where the research article says the higher principle of Ishvara, once you believe, whichever way you want to do, start with bhakti with some higher principle of Lord, whichever religion. As long as you are having a trust in some higher principle which is governing our life, then you are able to really get the punya, and you are able to have a relaxed mind. I would request you to switch off your video, please. Somebody is switching on the video. Suppose you say the Lord is chastised and not me, then you are free from it. So your ahankara, that isolates you. You can dilate the ahankara through prayer. So there's no reality for the ahankara. Ahankara means what? The bodily identification. The bodily identification, you should really clearly take care of it. Can you please switch off your video, please? I consider this section is the best because it covers every crime in the world. So whatever you have committed, come to me, and then even if you are the worst perpetrator, then I will definitely protect you. So when a habitual offender recognizes I am Ishvara, then the habitual offender in him resolves. That means he turns the new leaf of the life. That is what it is. Move on. Go into the next one. Namo simabhyo naktancharabhya prakrintanam pataye namaha. Namo simabhyo naktancharabhya prakrintanam pataye namaha. So here, Namo simabhyo namaha, naktancharadbhyo namaha, prakrintanam pataye namaha. Three things are there. So what are the things? The salutation to the Lord of those who carry a sword on them. Namo simabhyo namaha. Namaha asimadbhyo. I mean, Namo simabhyo, you have to split it properly. Namaha asimadbhyo. Those who carry a sword with them. That is what it is. Then, naktancharabhya. Those who are nocturnal. Those who are nocturnal. That means they are those people who move during the night with swords and knives to rob the people. Nocturnal animals, you say, right? Those like owl, which keeps moving in the night. Similarly, there are some robbers who keep awake in the night. They freely move in the forest in the night, as if they have got infrared eyes and then they can see everywhere. So they have got that capacity to go around. So they are all Nachantarabhya. Then Prakrintana. Then some people rob others by killing them. This is the worst thing. See, for example, I have seen it. This happens in Africa. In some parts of Africa, they come to your house and then they tie you and then they take everything. At the end, they can go without harming us. Sometimes what they do, they just shoot you because they don't want any evidence. So they shoot you and then go away. So some people kill people even though you are ready to give. And then there are such a worst sinners are also there. So even if you have got such a worst sin in the past, I can protect you. That's what he is saying. Nama Ushnishine Giricharaya Kuluncha Pataye Namaha. Nama Ushnishine Giricharaya Kuluncha Pataye Namaha. Nama Ushnishine Namaha. Giricharaya Namaha Kuluncha Pataye Namaha. What is the one? Ushnishine, one who wears a turban. Giricharaya means one who wanders in the hills. And Kulunchana means those who appropriate others' property. So, Ushnishine Namaha. Salutation to the one who wears a turban. He is a Kuluncha. That means he who appropriate others' property, who is in the form of, which is in the form of a house or field or anything. He goes and sits in the property and then claims the right and possessions. And that's what is called encroachment we see. That is very, very rampant in our country back home. Because people, if you have a plot, and if you have not built anything, then somebody will go and encroach and then they will never leave the place. And if you go and ask, they will say whether you want your life or you want your property. It happened to one of my friends as well. Or some people, they have got a tenant who is there, they will never vacate. They say it is my house. And you have to fight for so many years before you vacate the person. So very, very difficult to manage such people. So Kulunchana. So that Kuluncha means a person who usurps others' properties, encroaches others' properties, bully the people. They say you go to the court, we will see it in the court, even your grandson will not get it. In fact, in one case, given the court awarded the things, but they could not enforce it. So still you are not able to get it back. So that is a shame actually. So here what is the thing is, and basically this is all we have presented earlier, Atatayi, those worst sinners, right? Those who are rightly arsoning, poisoning, stealing wealth, attacking a weaponless person, usurping land, grabbing another man's wife. We have seen it in the previous Anuvaka. So they are all the people. So the division, so what is the thing is, the division of everything as good and bad constitute the jiva. Being judgmental, this is a very summary of the whole thing. Being judgmental is great impediment in knowing Ishvara. Being judgmental is a great impediment in knowing Ishvara. It is difficult to see people as they are. From actions, one makes judgments about others, then deals with them based on those judgments. One cannot make judgment without branding a person by a single word. So every judgment, there is the need for a single word. For example, I'll give you an example. You can say he committed a theft. The person committed a theft is a fact. Then to say that he is a thief is branding a person. Maybe he would have committed a theft once, but to say as he is a thief is a judgment. So thief is a single word. He is not a thief at all times, in all situations. And how does many other actions, like any other human being, how can one label him as a thief? So there was a person presented as a fool by others. Now I desire to see a fool in him. I know, but what he looks like, but when the time comes to eat, he places the food in his mouth, not in the right ear or left ear. So he is able to do many things, but we call him as a fool. So don't give your judgment on anybody in life. Of course, objectively, if you have got the evidence, you obviously take the action on the person for the act which is committed, but not make a judgment on others. Because this judgment problem we have got in everything. We judge everything with one or two samples without knowing the full details. So it is very important. So naming a person a kuluncha, a thief, in the form of judgment. So but it has taken away the saying is one more form of Ishvara. I cannot say do not call him kuluncha, but if I say kuluncha is Ishvara, it changes my attitude to be saintly. So Rudra text is a very unique test because of this kind of a presentation. Because what? Ishvara is there in everybody. It takes a clear vision of Vedanta to understand Ishvara as a robber and also as a protector. So this requires a discerning mind. That is why our Shastra says, just in the previous class I was talking about it, a jnani will have a sameness Samatva bhava before everything. Vidya vinay sampanne brahmane gavihasini swanichaiva shvapakeja pandita samadarshana. Sarva bhutasthidam yomam bhajat ekatva mastitah sarvata vartamanobi sayogi mayi vartate. So sarvatra pandita samadarshana. So the idea is you are able to have the sameness in everything and every being without being judgmental. Lord never say you should not act for the any papam somebody performs, but don't become a judgmental on the person at all, because some people judge some community, some particular thing, and then they try to look at them with a different lens. That is a mahapapam. That is very important. Then go to the next one. Nama Yishumabhyodan Vabibhyascha O Namaha. Nama Yishumabhyodan Vabibhyascha O Namaha. So, now salutation to Ishimadbhyaha Dhanvavibhyaha Vaha Namaha. So, here the topic is changed. From this 9th mantra till the 8th mantra, he has described various people. And here the previous topic, the Lord as Sahamana is concluded. Now here Vaha. Vaha means what? To you, who is the Sarvatma. So the Sarvatma Bhavam is brought up again in this Anvaka itself from mantra number 9. So what is the thing is, one can see a change in the style and the topic from here on. It is easy for us to look at the sun, stars, earth, fire, herbs, and even animals as the Lord. Now the mantra mentions simple people such as hunters in a forest who are not educated and for whom study of any Veda is out of question. So all that they know is arrows and animals, but they are inadequately clad, perhaps using a sign language. But you cannot say this person is Ishvara's glory, because suppose one meets a scholar, then one says he is a Ishvara's glory, then Ishvaratma is existing in him. But one can see the Lord only in chosen people such as scholars, saints, and sages. Whereas in cruel people, one cannot see the Lord. So that is why one should develop the attitude. Once some people form an opinion, one should develop the attitude of seeing Lord and each and everybody. So Ishumabhyaha means one who has got arrows. Dhanvavibhyaha means what? One who holds the bows. One who holds the bows. So just by looking at the field, because our mind is judgmental, I told you in the past. So, but Lord is there in everybody. So in this, from 9th mantra onwards, the Lord is switching the subject. Now yes, the Sahamana is over, condoning all those evil people over. Now here what he is saying is, those whomsoever it is there, he is describing serious people in which I should see the Lord in them. That is what is the idea behind it. Ishumabhyo Dhanvabhyascha Namaha. Salutation to you, Lord, in the form of those who have arrows and bows. That means people who have got arrows, Ishumantaha, people who have got bow, Dhanvavinaha, are non-separate from the Lord. So the Lord himself is wearing the arrows and holding the bows to protect them. The same Rudra is in the form of all types of people, Devatas, Asuras, and so on. So they exist. So they are the Lord. To them I salute. So devotee says, are you afraid of them? The devotee says, no, because they are you. So I don't need to feel bad just by the look and feel of a person. O Namaha. Now here I mean Vaha Namaha. What does it mean? I salute them because they are you. I see you in everybody. So I always salute them. So there may be anybody doing anything, but they are you, and I accept them as you. Whether they have got a mace, a disc, or an arrow, I accept everybody as it is. Next one. Nama atan vanebhya pratitadanebhyascha o namaha. Now onwards you see the o namaha, o namaha. O namaha means vaha namaha. What this means what? To you. Vaha means to you. Salutation. So I'm seeing you, Lord, in these people. That's what this particular section starts. Nama atan vanebhya. Atan vanebhya means those who are trying to string the bow. Those who are trying to string the bow. That is atan vanebhya. Pratitadanebhya. Those who are setting the arrows to the tied bow. Now one is stringing the arrow, it's stringing the bow, and then second one is who are setting the arrows, and they say, I'm saluting them. So here, Lord is depicted in the different uses. He's taking every step of somebody who is taking the bow and stringing it, and then putting the arrow. Then next shloka is going to them, who is pulling it, and then who is releasing it. If the target, it is going to come in the next shloka. So every stage of it, it's saying that everything is Bhagavan. So that's the idea behind this given here. So one should have the sankalpa. It is the sankalpa of the Lord that any deity gets ready to strike. So all, oh Lord, you are now a frightening person. My salutation to you. Then Nama. Next one is what? Nama ayachabhyo visjadbyascha o namaha. Nama ayachabhyo visjadbyascha o namaha. As I told you, vaha. O namaha means vaha namaha, salutation. Ayachabhya. What is ayachabhya? Salutation to one who is drawing the string of the bow. Now, who is drawing the string of the bow? Earlier we said who is tying the string and placing the arrow. Now what is doing is he is drawing the string. That means you are pulling the string, right, to release this thing. Then visrjadbhyah, those who are releasing the arrow. So he is giving frame by frame description of every act of even the bow and arrow. How do you use it? He is giving it. So the person is releasing the arrow for him. My salutation to that person. Namosyabhyo vidyadbyascha o namaha. Namosyabhyo vidyadbyascha o namaha. How to split it? Nama asadbhyaha. Nama asadbhyaha. Other one is vidyadbhyaha. Asadbhyaha means those who are sending the arrows to reach the target. So what we have seen, one take the string, arrow, tie the bow, tie the string, put the arrow, then he is releasing it. Now what is the next one which is given here? Those who are sending the arrow to reach the target. So I am saluting them. Then vidyadbhyaha, those who are piercing the target. So he is giving every description. Those who are piercing the target. For him, I am giving my namaskarams to you. So he is describing each stage of the process. So that means everywhere I see Lord. This is the most important thing. We should learn to see Lord in each and everybody without being judgmental. That's the main thing. Nama asinebhya shayanebhyascha o namaha. Nama asinebhya shayanebhya. Asinebhya means what? One who is seated. So salutation to you in the form of those who are sitting. Now, in the king sitting in the throne is a frightening because he has got a power. Right? So when you go to the interview and you are desperate for the job, now already because of the corona you have lost the job. Now you have got one interview and the other person is sitting in front of you and your heart is beating whether I get this job or not, and you will be threatened internally because for everything you are now going to impress the other person, somehow get the job, right? You want to somehow get the job. So what do? You feel threatened. But once you invoke this, Asinebhya, Ella Bhagavan is sitting there, then you become a relaxed person. You look at the person as a relaxed person. Then Shayanebhya. Shayanebhya means what? One is reclining. So the other one is, he is who is the one? Shayanebhya. One who is in the form of lying down like a snake. So snake causes the fear because the moment snake is there, Pambai Kandal Padayam Nadungumna. So the moment you have got a snake, then Shayanebhya, Ananta Shayana. So you can see that Lord, right? So if somebody is reclining, and then if snake is or some animals, they take rest by reclining, but you will feel fearful about that. So yeah, Lord is there in them. So no fear at all. So Nama Ashinebhya, Shayanebhya. Asinam means sitting, Shayanam means reclining and then relaxing. That's what it is. Nama Swabhabhyo Jagradbhyascha O Namaha. Nama Swabhabhyo Jagradbhyascha O Namaha. I have a salutation to you. Now Swabhabhya means those who are sleeping. Those who are sleeping. But some people don't like others sleeping, and you go and wake them up. Just because they are sleeping, you do immediately what to do? You immediately wake the other person up. Never do that. Because that person, unless you require some work and then you have to tell them to wake up because he is oversleeping, that's a different thing. But waking up a person for no reason and the sleeping is Mahapapam, actually. So at least here understand. So even for the sake of some, for some fun, we try to do it. Try to remove the pillow and then do all the kichi, all those things. We used to do it in the past. So those who are swapadbhya, those who are sleeping. The sleeping also includes, another way of interpretation is, the sleeping means there's a potential danger. Now everything when it's sleeping, it is in dormant condition. That is what it is. So everything is in a potential condition. Jagradbhya means those who are awake. Jagradbhya means those who are awake. That means what? The potential, it becomes a kinetic. And it has become to the actions. So So many papa karmas exist in our account and we do not know what they are. We do not know which papa karma is going to surface when. So the waking ones are the karmas. They have already started unfolding in the various forms of marriage, children, everything. So whenever we do any actions, see, I told you, our life is determined by three things: Desha, Kala, and Prarabdha. So we have to do some actions. Nahi kaschit shadamabhi jadu trishtiyati akarma krita. So one has to perform actions. So we do not know what you are going to end up with this. Our intention will be right, but our act may be right. But what happens is, you may still end up with something. Yesterday, I just give you one incident. I got a call from our India team. Three people were going in a two-wheeler. There are 2 billion riders. I think seems they are ladies also. And one truck went and hit the persons. You know who was driving the truck? Yeah, underage fellow. The father was asking the boy to drive the truck. The guy did not know, no license, is underage, and he went and hit the people, and they both went to heaven. You can imagine. You can imagine what will happen. So, and another one drunkard fellow came and hit the fall in front of the truck. So, when you are in an act, sometimes our act is noble, but there are so many things which is going around us. That is why there is something called Marga Bandhu Shostra. When you are traveling, beautiful Shostra by Apaya Dikshidhar, Marga Bandhu. So when you are traveling, you protect. I mean, you always pray the Lord. Always pray the Lord, but there are specific things which is given them. So both sleeping ones and waking ones are in your form alone. So my salutation to those in those forms. Namastishtabhyo davadbhyascha vo namaha. Namastishtabhyo davadbhyascha vo namaha. Namaha tishtadbhyah. Now, tishtadbhyah means those who are standing. Those who are standing. Davadbhyah means those who are running. So earlier, people who were sleeping and then who were reclining, and then we were waking up, and now we are saying those who are standing, and then those who are running. Everything is you only. You see various people who are doing the walking in the park, and then you can see people doing various jogging. You see various people. When you see all those people, you should remember this. So Lord is only there in everybody. Then you will not feel bad. You know, you have to accept everybody as it is. So those who stands and which runs, which are you, my salutations. So the standing one refers to Stavaras. Other way of interpretation is the standing ones refers to Stavaras. Stavaras means what? The mountains and trees. The mountains and trees are Stavaras. And then running ones refers to Jangamas, like all the animals and wolf, tiger, river, wind, everything is moving. Asayam Purul, Asaya Purul. So we have it in the Tamil, we put it differently. One is moving, another one is non-moving. So non-moving is called Stavaras. Jangamas are the one which is moving. Everything is me only. So even if there is a tree which is standing there, it is Bhagavan. Okay, and the mountain, tree. So that is why in our culture, we glorify, worship every one of them. So this is a beautiful form of prayer we have got. Move on. Namah sabhabhya sabhapadibhyascha vo namaha. Namah sabhabhya sabhapadibhyascha vo namaha. Namah sabhabhya. Sabhabhya means to the assemblies. The people who are assembled here. That is called sabhabhya. Sabhapati means who is the head of the assembly. Sabhapati. It's a beautiful word, Sabhapati. Now, Nadaraja, Thillai Nadaraja is called Sabhapati. So, because he is seated there, witnessing everybody. So, Sabhabhya means salutation to assemblies or courtrooms. Assemblies where you are going to speak, right? There's a stage fear. When you speak, first time you are elected into the parliament or you are elected to the school assembly, you are supposed to give a talk as a student leader. Then you will be shivering. So, once you say everything is Lord, then your fear goes away. So, because your fate may be decided, but you don't fear. Because you start looking at Ishvara everywhere, then your fear goes away. So Sabha can also be a place where there are lots of people, such as unruly assembly also can be. You can call it as a Sabha, where there's a group of people. Sabhapati is like a king or a leader. Onto him, I am salutations. So Sabhapati, I mean the Pati means the head. So Sabha, assembly for them, the leader who is addressing all of them. These are Sabhapati. So by which, what is the meaning again? you're seeing so many people and you invoke the Lord in each one of them. And when you're dealing with those situations, you are very calm and quiet. Then last one. Namo Ashvebhyo Ashwapadibhyascha O Namaha. Namo Ashvebhyo Ashwapadibhyascha O Namaha. Here, he is in the form of salutation to you in the form of horses and in the form of horse riders. So in the form of horses and the one who is riding the horse. In the Vedic language, all that moves in the heaven is Ashwa, or the 7 rays of the sun. Onto the one who is in the form of these horses, my salutations. Ashwa means, Ashwa includes a mule also, which is neither a horse nor a donkey. Each mule is a crossbreed of both of them. Therefore, genetically mutation stops there. A mule does not produce another mule. A mule has the swiftness of the horse and the sure-footedness of the donkey. So Ashwapatis means are mounted soldiers of cavalry. So the Lord is in the form of the cavalry. As a mere Ashwa cannot frighten, whereas when you look upon it as a cavalry, so you will get frightened. So you don't need to get frightened. Similarly, a jockey cannot frighten you. He is Ashwapatis or kings and soldiers who come with the arms. They alone can frighten you. So with this, we are concluding the Anuvaka number 3. So we have given the basic principles in the previous classes. So I just wanted to quickly go through the meanings. Wherever there are references, wherever there are examples, wherever there are something which I need to emphasize, I'll put it across. Otherwise, we will fairly quickly go through some of the things. In some places, I'll spend a little more time. In the later Anuvaka, some important mantras are coming where it requires explanation. I will definitely go through all of them as well. So in terms of structure, 2nd Anuvaka to 9th Anuvaka, you are glorifying the Lord in 300 forms. And each one is, as I told you, if you are repeating that particular Anuvaka, you get some prayojana. That also we have told in the past. And so Rudram in the whole is nothing but divinizing the Lord and trying to see the universal Lord in the entire universe. Otherwise, Vishwarupa or Virat Ishvara. By looking at the Lord in each and everything, what do they get? I am able to do Karma Yoga better. My Raga Dvesha comes down. My Ahankara, my own ownership of this body comes down. Because this body and mind also belongs to the Lord. That Bhava has to come. That is the very purpose of Rudra chanting. So when I develop this is in our Gita language, if you put it, that is the 4th stage before you go to Jnana Yoga. Because by this time, if you come to this divinizing the universe, that Bhava, you are able to get it. That means by the time you are able to reduce all your Raga Dveshas, Kama Krodhas, and you are able to get the Sadhana Chatushtayam, almost you are there. That is the practice. So that is what in Gita also, Bhagavan brings that in the chapter number 10 and 11 beautifully. He says glorifying everything. That is the Vibhuti Yoga, and which is given. About 17, 18 shlokas are given where he talks about 75, 80 things where I am there. It is all the visualization, because we require some kind of visualization by which we are able to connect. So in this particular section, in the Sahamana, condoning, subsequent portion, even in everybody, various kinds of people and everything, you invoke, you start seeing Lord in each and everybody. That is the crux of this particular Anuvaka. In the next class, we will go to Anuvaka number 4. Okay. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Swasti Prajabhya Paripalayantam Nyayena Margena Mahi Mahishaha. O Brahmanebhyo Shubhamasrityam Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.